Okay, yeah, she wanted to see, I'll just run my workflow down here. I use, occasionally I use a real band, the band in the box thing with the real instruments. So what I did was just went in and punched in my chords. I had the chorus idea for this thing.
You are my destiny. You are the...
So what I did was just punched in my chord changes, my accents on the drums and everything in that. And it just cranks out real waves. And I import them into Reaper. I render them as waves and import them in. And ironically, the metal bass has always worked great for eighths for me. And of course I have two bass players on this. And the only effects on that, let me see what, I put a rocket compressor. I love that compressor from Stillwell. And a slap power bass preset. And I pretty much leave the presets like I find them. And the other bass is my Scarby bass on, and I tweaked I just made it as dirty as I could there. And let me see, what else did I do? Yeah, I hand wrote all those MIDI notes. So you want to see MIDI? There they are. And MIDI works wonderful. Craig, spreader, Craig. Those are just my hand programmed bass notes. And what did I put on that? The rocket compressor with the slap power bass. And those are free to use. It just gives you a nag screen. Find the Stillwell plugs, get them all, use them, buy them. They're $25 for Reaper. Okay, what else? Piano. It just does a little high thing that I liked, that I wrote. And I ping-ponged that using the Stillwell delay pong, and I adjusted all that in. It's really tricky to get it the way I wanted it. And of course, that's my Alicia keys. I'd like to use a synth on this or something, but I didn't take time to do it. It's just a piano EQ'd out the wazoo to give me what I wanted. And let me see what else. Oh, the drums. Yeah. What I did was I got lazy and just took the drums out of Real Band and laid them in, but they're only stereo. I have no control. So what I did, this was one drum track, and the change came right there. So in order to get a little more stick, a little more high end, and not as much high end. Once I EQ'd the side stick, it brought up my cymbals too much. So I just split the track. Easy, just split it, and dropped it in, and did a completely different EQ for the verses and the chorus. So the snare full that you saw was just my naming for where I split it, and that's the chorus. So that's what I did there, and it sounds pretty good.
You are my destiny.
So what else? Electric Wave, that's just some funky thing I did. It's horrible actually, but it works. No EQ on that, I just did it direct to fill and ended up leaving it again, I got lazy and, yeah, probably could have done some better on that. And I may put my Telecaster on that. And I use Rex Comp for EQ and on the drums. A combination of the 1973 EQ and a little compression, different wave frequency compressions, a little crisper, and dialed in the snare at whatever that one was, 2910 right there. Anyway, you know, you can control levels with EQ pretty good in Rex Comp. And you see my electric, it's completely empty because I got lazy and didn't do it. The acoustic is actually brought in from Real Band 2. So, you know, makes it easy. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool, and I've learned to use it and import them well. And these are the verbs. I have actually 3 instances of Reverberate, the one I bought. My favorite stereo, true stereo, runs parallel or whatever, however you want to do it. So, and let me see, that's the...
You are my destiny.
And it has a neat little church chorus preset that I like. Electric Chorus Room is the one I use. There's another one down here, church chorus. So, like that.
You are my destiny.
Real subtle. You know, I like to keep it to where you can, if you want to hear it, you can dial in your ears and hear it, but if not, it just lays in real well. And here's another thing I've been doing with splitting is instead of drawing in all those stupid nodes and all that stuff in the envelope, like I used to, you know, these things. I learned a really cool way that I like to basically write a vocal track. And it's splitting and using the drag down volume or wherever that was. Let me Control Z. There it was. Anyway, I just split, and you can split up wherever you want, and if it's a little hot, you drag it down. If you want it up, you take it up, and that's it. And this track, of course, is the Melodyne. I don't leave it running. I render it to a take and delete the old take, so...
You are.
So I just double those, and you can see where I drug it just for a little delay effect, and that's the same thing I always do on my vocals. If I have a lead vocal, I always dub it, and you can see it better here. Here's the original vocal track, and here's the dub track, and it's dialed in with a delay. Just a manual delay. I don't use any plug-in delay on vocals. I like to have a manual control.
You are the best of me. You are.
And of course, if you want more, all you have to do is grab a hold of that track and slide it over. Do that with the magnet off, of course, and you get a real nice dial in.
Are the best of me. You are.
A lot of possibilities there, but that makes it all manual. You can dial it, set it, and forget it. And that's where I had it, I believe.
Are the best of me. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are.
Oh, you can notice that that snare full track was really hot. I use a lot of compression and EQ there. I also use, and I don't care what people say, I like a bus compressor. I use the Bombardier bus compressor. I'm going to buy that, I promise. The final cut is nice, you know, to your final cut. I should render a wave and do the final cut just on one wave, but I do it on my main bus. So, and then of course I use the limiter. This Event Horizon has a clipper, a limiter, analog warmth, and driven hard. I've never used driven hard. Like the analog warmth, sometimes I'll render another wave and do a final fake master mix with the limiter and the analog warmth. So, and that's it. I don't know of anything else I can show you. You know, just my workflow is do it quick and easy and then dress it up, do my vocals. I do the same thing with background vocals that I do with my lead vocal. I always dub and drag a delay. It's very hard to see, but usually those are all delayed. Cut and paste, dude. Cut and paste.